What's up, and thank you for tuning in. We already know why you're here, actually. Everybody's been yelling at me to make this video all day, so let's just go ahead and get to it. Today we're going to be unboxing the second half of NECA and Moody Pudding Studios' Bride of Chucky 1-to-1 scale offerings. This is Chucky. So like I said, this is going to be the unboxing. If you've seen my videos before, you know that I like to stretch get multiple videos out of one doll. And so usually I'll do an unboxing to get some first impressions, go ahead and show off the doll a little bit, and then I'll do some photography, hang out with the doll for about a week or so, and kind of really see, how the doll is built, and then do a full review. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. So I just actually, it's crazy to again have this doll for anybody who's just now tuning in. It's been 3.5 years since this doll was announced at San Diego Comic-Con 2019. We just got Tiffany, I think at the beginning of this month actually. She started shipping out in January. It's now the last day of February 2023 I'm getting this doll. So it's just super exciting to actually finally have him in hand, and I'm actually getting ahead of myself. Sorry, I like to show off the box, that's right. This is the shipper with all that fun information. You'll see Bride of Chucky 1-to-1 replica, and you'll have Chucky there. So that's pretty much the main difference. You have some NECA tape on top. It's a box. I'm not talking about this anymore. Let me see my doll. So yes, I am really excited. It'll be the technically second thing from Moody Pudding Studios. They did do the sculpt on Chucky as well. And just like Tiffany, this underwent some design changes throughout the process. We'll talk all about all that in the review, but I'm just really excited to get into this. And I have to say thank you so much throughout the Tiffany videos and all of that. I actually, there is the look at the Good Guy box. I just wanted to say I've gotten a lot of beautiful support, a lot of new subscribers, so thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching these videos. I love Chucky. I love these dolls. They're a dream come true. These dolls are part of the reason I made the channel in the first place, so, without these dolls existing, we really don't have Fizz TV. So, thank you so much for just watching along and getting excited about these dolls, all this collectible stuff, all the horror stuff, all the, when there's a new season of Chucky coming out. It's been a wonderful experience. So just thank you all so much for the beautiful, kind words and support, views, likes, just anything. Thank you so much. But that's not what you guys are here for. This is what you're here for. So let's go ahead and see him. All right, I've not even looked down at him yet. Let's get his shipper box out of the way. And here we go. All right, just like Tiffany. So some of these guys come with the eyes kind of like rolled back in the head. Mine also came with another one just kind of cocked to the side there. So just a little goofy, but we love that. So let's go ahead, crack the tape on this. And here we go. I'm sorry, it's just kind of crazy to see this thing in person after all of these years. Oh god, I got tape stuck to it. That's fine. And here is a close-up of the boy in his box. So again, you can see his fucked up eye there, but man, I love this. He's got a really good weight to him out of the box. Like, this dude's heavy as fuck. I hope he's kind of chunky. It's not like as fucked up and bloody as the as Trick or Treat Studios' Ultimate Chucky box or anything like that, but he does have some pretty good dings, scrapes, and burns all upside there. Something I really love to see on the bottom here is the credits of people, beautiful people who made this beautiful doll possible, and of course you will see Moody Pudding Studios credited in there, because without Moody Pudding Studios, these probably would not have been able to happen, especially as beautiful as they are. So again, thank you Moody Pudding Studios, thank you NECA, thank you everybody who had a hand in developing these dolls, and again, I'm so glad to just have them in hand finally. So I'm super excited to get this thing out of the box. I've seen some photos that make me really curious, similarly to the Tiffany doll, a few things that you kind of look at and you're like, oh, I wonder how that actually looks in hand. So I'm really excited to see how these things turned out. Again, I'm really excited to have this doll, even if, there's a couple things here and there. There always is. Nothing is perfect. But that doesn't make it any less exciting or beautiful. So again, if you've watched one of these before, it's going to take a couple of seconds for you. I'm going to take a moment, kind of appreciate this moment, take some photos of him mint in box. I'll be right back in a second. We'll take a look. Alright, I'm back. I'm ready. Let's do this. You're going to bring this thing around here. Again, it has a little tab that goes into the back. You're just going to pop that. Ho-ho. Open this up. So again, if you'd like to see any of the photos I'm taking of this guy, feel free to hit me up on Instagram at Dudespooter, as well as Twitter at Dudespooter. I'll have the link to it in the description. Again, I just like to plug those because I post a lot of photos of these dolls. I post more photos of them technically than videos I make of each doll. So I just want to kind of give everybody a heads up that if you want to see more coverage of these dolls, more stuff I kind of do with them, all the fun situations, I do like to post a silly photo here and there, so feel free to check it out for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and raise raise this up. Again, I I didn't take him out of the box or anything, but I did peel the flap because I wanted to kind of adjust the eyes for the in-box pictures I took. And that is because I kind of wanted to just give him a uniform look. I didn't want one eye kind of cocked to the side. And the fun thing about this, I kind of noticed right off the bat, is this kind of gives the impression of when he was dead at the end of the film and his eyes rolled back and he fell into Charles Lee Ray's skeletal coffin. So there he is for the first time in the flesh. Oh man, I really like the colors actually on his overalls. I was kind of curious how those would turn out in person, but I really like him in hand. So, all right, let's go ahead and bring him over here and actually take him out of the box. And so we're going to cut around and free up these twist ties. Alright, so we have these all undone back here. So theoretically, should be able to come around to the front. Pull one of these around to the front. Set his little leggies free. Pull one around his torso. And then finally, this one's actually underneath plastic. It's like this plastic clamshell with some tape. There we are. Really nice packing on this thing. And if I can get this one last twist tie, haha, I got it, then he's out of the box. So let's lift up his Iron Man face shield, pry him out of his little cardboard prison. Oh, and there he is in hand for the first time. Before I really go to take a look at him, I just want to point out, I like the fact that this insert is blue. I don't know what it is, but to see blue kind of mixed in with the kind of main color palette is really nice. And here is the doll, again, for the first time for myself, in hand. So I will say off the bat, what the hell is the hair? I don't know why there's no like hairnet to kind of keep it any type of situated. I know that his hair in Bride of Chucky is pretty out there, but yeah, this can take a bit of love to really get some definition of shape from the film into this. So I'm sure I'll be playing with that there for a bit. I'm not super worried about it. I'm sure it's doable, and his hair is already messy, but I wasn't really expecting that. I was kind of expecting it to look a little different, not completely kind of bunched up right out of the box, but what are you going to do? And the other thing I was kind of curious about, so one of the main things I mentioned earlier I was curious in hand was the overall. So that is actually something that it's good to see in person. I really like the color of them in person. They looked a little singular colored, not a lot of texture. But these actually have quite a few spots of like kind of dinge and grime on them in hand, so I think they came out pretty good. And I'm just really stuck on the hair thing. I'm sorry. I think it's because it's his head, it's his face, and so it's kind of like where your eyes go. And so yeah, I'm gonna be messing with that as soon as I stop here. But oh yeah, and then the same thing with the Tiffany. They do have the movable eyes. So this guy, just like this. Let me see here. Let's actually see how he really looks. There they are, or at least there's one of them. And there's the other one. So the right eye is a bit looser as far as the turning them than the left eye I've noticed so far. But again, not super bad. He does have that ball joint too, you noticed in the neck. It was kind of moving while I was messing with the hair. So again, this isn't a full review, just kind of trying to get some first in-hand looks at him, first impressions with the doll. Because again, it'll take about a week or so until I get the review out, maybe a little longer. I like to take my time. I really like to, I don't like to review things out of the box. There's always stuff that I miss, things that I wanted to mention, or things that I wanted to test, or things that happened to the doll or the product after a little while. So I usually don't like to review them immediately out of the box. I like to, kind of do a video like this again, and then we'll do that full review later. So, I really like how this is stitched together up here. Again, in Bride of Chucky, his overalls are really falling the fuck apart, especially all the way down here, and they really captured that, and they don't feel bad or anything. And I think the chest is actually, yes! So the chest actually, the scarring on this is actually plastic, so you can't see too much there. Again, I'll post some photos of this, and I'll do more close-ups of that for the review, but yeah, that's super cool to see. Something else I'm noticing, kinda off the bat, is that ball joint seems a little loose. his head's a little heavy, because when I take him from side to side, it's not fully moving, but it definitely does get some action. But oh wow, okay, it does have a great range of movement. So it's not that bad actually. If this thing was flying all around, it'd actually be very noticeable. So it just has a little bit of a budge, I suppose. Foam body feels good. It's that softer foam, kind of like Tiffany, so he feels pretty good to pose and move around. Again, always be careful, exercise a bit of caution, but he doesn't feel like a nightmare to handle or hold or anything like that. And I've seen some folks kind of point out that his hands, or at least his arms, are a bit long. I did think in photos that they did, and it's not that they don't in person, but in person I don't really I don't find it very off-putting or very disproportionate or anything. So again, I'll have to mess with him, kind of put him in some more poses to see kind of how that shines through. But you know, he looks kind of fine just holding him here like this. Something else I like off the bat is the face tone. So he looked a little pale, looked a little off in some photos, but this one actually looks pretty good. So I don't know if that's something that kind of depends on doll or anything like that, but hey. And obviously, again, this sculpt right here, this prototyping sculpt done by Moody Pudding Studios, the base work is phenomenal. I love that I can have this in person, in hand, and it's really nice to have, again, after 3.5 years to have this in hand. I like him so far. But like I said, I'm going to take my time with him. I'm really going to go upstairs immediately after this while this is all rendering and uploading to the computer and see if I can't play with his hair a little bit, get this looking a little better. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for first impressions of this guy. Anything else I say is going to be treading into kind of some extensive review territory. And yeah, so he's out of the box. I think my job's pretty good here. And so that's pretty much it for this guy for right now. Again, if you guys would like, in the meantime, I'm sure I'm going to be posting a lot of findings, a lot of photos of these guys, or this guy specifically, on my Twitter and Instagram. That's at DudesPooter. Feel free to hit me up over there. If you like this video, feel free to like. I'd really appreciate it. And subscribe for more Chucky coverage, especially his full review coming at you guys here in the near future. And if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer about Chucky, either on this video or in the actual review, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I'd be happy to get back to you as soon as possible. In the meantime, I'm going to be taking a look at him and getting him reunited with Tiffany over there. So you guys have a great rest of your day. Be safe, and thank you for watching.